Hello, welcome to the Holistic Hippie RN. I'm Laura Gibby, your host today. I'm so glad to see you here. If you are new, thank you for popping by. If you've been here before, welcome back. I'm so grateful to each and every one of you. If you find value in this show, please subscribe. I will be having more episodes come out weekly, and I really do appreciate everyone who takes the time to listen. I hope that it adds value to your life, and I hope that you start learning tools that can really impact and change your life, that empower you to, see the world in different ways, create in the world in different ways, tap into your inner magic. So, today I wanted to chat about vision boarding because I feel like vision boards are such an interesting topic, and I feel like a lot of times there's the standard way of thinking of a vision board, which would be a board with pictures and how you bring in things into your life. But then I think about it and I feel like there are so many ways to do a vision board. It doesn't have to just be pictures on a board. And I say that because there are people who learn differently. There's people who they're hands-on people. There's people who learn more when they read a book. There's people who hear things differently. So that would be the same with a vision board. I would think that, some people are better at creating things within their lives by viewing a board frequently that has pictures of what they would like to create in their life, what their vision is for their life. For me, what I prefer to do is write it all down. I prefer the journaling method. So there's different ways you can do this, and I want you to consider what is the way that you perceive things the best that can help you create within your life. Because with a vision board, essentially what it is you're designing the vision that you have for yourself. You are putting clarity to that vision. You're showing your mind the vision that you have, and your mind says, oh, I have guidance. Now I see how to create this. The universe sees what you would like in your life, and it starts creating with you. So one of the things I think, though, is that not necessarily everyone works the best with like, say, just a board with pictures. Not everyone is going to be right for that method. So of the different methods I've found, there's different ways that you can do this. You can do a board that has the pictures on it, that has the clarity of what you would like in your life. Like I said, I like to journal about what my vision looks like. And when I journal about it, there's different ways that I do this. I write my vision, say, in a year, of what I would like my life to look like, 5 years, 10 years, maybe not even a time frame. I tend to prefer not to put a time frame on things because it can happen at any moment. So when I do a journaling vision board, I write about my vision. I write about, what my day looks like when I wake up and put my feet on the floor, what I do for breakfast, what I do throughout the day. Maybe I have a meeting with someone, maybe I have a session with someone, maybe I drop my kiddo off at school, maybe I pick him up from school, maybe I walk out into my herb garden and pick herbs to make dried tea with. Everyone has their own vision. So mine tends to be where I write about my day, or I write about what my life is looking like. I write about the, what you see, smell, taste, and feel around you. What season it might be that you're envisioning. What's going on around you, what your family dynamics look like, what your relationships are looking like, what your hobbies might have transformed into, how your hobbies have turned into, doing what you love and you get to do it all the time. Are you traveling soon? Are you not traveling? Just writing about all of that. And it's just kind of nice because it helps your mind get clearer. And then you can go back and read it. One of the other methods I read in the form of writing is there was a book, A Happy Pocket Full of Money, and I believe he said that it's good to have 1,000 goals. And at first I thought, ooh, that's a lot, but I'm going to try and do it because, challenge accepted. So I think I'm at 850 that I wrote down. But as I started writing them, I realized a couple things, actually. I started writing them, and I realized I started writing them as if it's already happened in my life or happening. So it would be in like the I am I'm having this, I am doing this is in my life. You write it as if it's already happened. And then some of the things I realized was that I could write a simple goal and that's still a goal. And that actually made it a little easier, as opposed to a lot of times we think of, like, say, your 5 big goals that you have. Well, there's little goals that lead to those big goals. And so that helped a lot in my list of 850, since I'm not at 1,000. But the really cool thing was going back and reading over those goals and seeing, well, one, I wrote the same ones a couple times, but then I realized that's probably because those are some of my bigger goals that are top goals. But two, there were goals that actually had come to pass that I had not even realized. Goals that had actually happened that I hadn't realized I'd written down. And some of them were bigger and some were smaller. So that's a really fun way. I do it in like a quick little book, a line at a time, just they're numbered. It's easy. I don't expand a whole bunch. They're just like one little sentence. But it's nice because you can go back and read that and start crossing off. And it's exciting to see what you've created in your life. That's another way to vision board things. And so then another great one is mind movies. I love mind movies. I believe Joe Dispenza talks about these, where he combines kaleidoscopes and mind movies. So what it is you have a moving kaleidoscope that you look at for a while, and then you have a movie flip-in of like different clips, like a vision board that you see. It could be a video or it could be just still shots, and it'll have affirmations in it. And what's neat about that is the kaleidoscope puts your mind in a different brainwave, so that it's more accepting towards what it's seeing. So you're still having the vision board method of the visual vision board, but it's got, movement to it. It's more perceived by your brain because your brain's in a different state. And it's got the affirmations attached that are also loading into your mind. So it's kind of like, instead of just looking at a board, you're seeing it play out. And then I believe that one ends with a kaleidoscope too. Those are really cool. I love the mind movies, and usually you can find those on YouTube, and they have beautiful music too, so you really just get in the zone, and it's great. Another one, though, because I know there's some auditory people, is to record something. You could speak your vision, and I would say you speak and record your vision, and then you listen to it, whether you're meditating to listen to it or you just listen to it like in the morning or at night. And the purpose of this is because some people do better with auditory. And a lot of times I think that kind of gets looked over when we're doing vision boarding, because the auditory people, when you're hearing it, especially when you're hearing it in your own voice, your brain is picking up on that more, and it starts to create that. The universe hears it and it starts to create it, and you hear it. So it's going through. And because you might be a person that responds better to auditory, then when you hear it, it's going to be easier for your mind to create than seeing a vision board. Just like for me, writing is easier for me to perceive than I love vision boards. I do them too. The pictures, even the mind movies, like I love them, but writing is where I can really feel my feelings elevate. And for auditory people, that's probably where their feelings are really going to elevate. So the other thing I like with a visual vision board is taking my social media and making it my own vision board, which if you really like reading, if you follow all your friends, you're going to see what your friends do and post, things like that. Instagram's my favorite for this because you can follow the things you like, but in this case, follow the things that are aligned with your vision, so that whenever you're looking at your feed, it starts populating. Or because, a lot of times the algorithm follows everything you look up. Anytime you start looking stuff up, anytime you start doing things, it's going to start populating in your feed. So this is why I like it. Some people don't like the fact that the algorithm can do all of this. I love it because I'm like, oh, perfect. I don't have to put this in. The algorithm's already going to perceive and realize what I want to see. Oh, and boom, there it is, That's actually a really fun way to do a vision board. You could even do a separate account so that you can focus on family and friends and their posts, or you can focus on your own vision boarding. I think it's just easy to boom, boom, boom in Instagram, because it's usually pictures or reels, and it's tailored towards what you would like to see in your vision. So those would be my biggest takeaways for vision boarding. You can do a standstill, you can do a mind movie, you can do your social media, you can do written, you can do through goal setting, and you can do auditory. But with written or auditory, it is best to handwrite, because when you read it, your brain is perceiving your handwriting. And just like with auditory, when you speak it, your mind is perceiving your voice. And it's more realistic for your mind to believe and create. When you type something, you use a different part of the brain, and your mind is not reading it in your words necessarily. It's still effective, but it's more effective if you handwrite. Just like guided meditations are still really effective. But when you cast your vision with your voice, it's more effective, because that's what your mind knows. It knows your voice. So I hope everything is great for you today. I hope it's a beautiful day. And until next time.